Law Simplified with Justice, the new informative, educative, and thought-provoking program is what you need to keep abreast with law and politics. This exciting and truly refreshing program is anchored by Justice Maduforo, a solicitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a soul-searching discussion here with my colleague. We've been dissecting sole responsibility under the immigration rule, those under 18 and those above 18 years of age as well.
Law Simplified with Justice understands that law is a powerful driver to human behavior. It is therefore poised to simplify the law and get you to take action.
Bring it to your doorstep and simplify it the way that you will understand.
Contact Justice by calling 07931 727 597 or email lawsimplifiedwithjustice@yahoo.co.uk. Law Simplified with Justice, bringing the best to the audience.
If I take your point, what you're looking at is the switching provisions of the rules, isn't it? That's fairly strict. I mean, if someone is here under the points-based system, for example, and they need to switch from one category to the next, which requires them to actually depart the United Kingdom. The rules have been somewhat relaxed now.
Yeah.
But which requires someone to depart the United Kingdom.
Just before we answer that, there's a call coming through. Prince, you're welcome to Law Simplified with Justice. Please tell us where you're calling from and straight to the answer. Question, please. Hello, Mark. Are you there?
Yes.
Is that Mark or Prince?
No, I'm Prince. I'm calling from London.
Yes, please. Go straight to the question, please. Are you with us? Please go straight to the question, please. We will attempt to do just that.
All right. I'm here as a student. Hello, I'm here with you.
Yes, we can hear you perfectly well.
And the question I'm asking is, if I'm here with my wife, and I'm a student, and my visa has run out, and that of my wife is also running out. Is it possible to apply for any discretionary in the UK?
You said your wife's visa is running out.
Yeah, and you sort of feel she's my dependent, and they're here in the UK.
Right. Who is dependent on who? She dependent on you, or you dependent on her, on your visa?
She's dependent on them.
Dependent on you. And your own visa has run out? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
And your visa has run out?
Yes, my visa has run out.
Right. How many children do you have?
No children.
No children? Right. Right. Okay. Mr. Wallaby, it's another form here. You see, this is another circumstance of this individual in terms that the married, live together, no children involved. Visa will soon run out or has run out. The wife will soon run out. In this circumstance now, where is the form of a discretionary leave application eligibility that can come in there?
It's difficult to give...
Thank you, Prince, for calling. Thank you.
It's difficult to give an opinion right off the bat, but Prince, if you sit down with a solicitor, your circumstances will be given full consideration. Some of the points would be, how long have you been in the United Kingdom? Do you have medical issues? What are the circumstances in your country as of today when you make the application? Could you reasonably come within the immigration rules? Because if you've lived there for 10 years as a student, you could actually get indefinite leave to remain. And, other factors like that would be considered by your solicitor.
That's correct. Other factors will be considered. You see, that's why this topic is very important. There are a lot of people who may need legal advice in terms of what they're going through. Discretionary leave application is essential. If you know that you want difficulty or the other in your immigration status, it may not be you, it might be a friend, it might be a colleague that you know. You need to seek proper legal advice. And that is why we're here to simplify the law. And you call us, you email us after this program. We'll get to sit down with you, analyze and diagnose your case properly, and give you a tailored legal advice, and probably take up your case if need be. Remember that all we discuss here might not go deep down to discuss the circumstances, but it is important that you take on board all the points that we raise here and then speak to us thereafter and then we can take up this case and assist you in court. We are still dealing with this application, discretionary leave to remain application. It is important that we look as well, Mr. Wallaby, in terms of the Article 8 we mentioned. Although a lot of people feel, oh yes, I have got 2 children, I've got 3 children, I'm eligible to that. Obviously, there are case laws which we've dealt with recently, and it's the standard case law that analyzes Section Article 8 of the Human Rights Act as to whether or not the Secretary of State's action to refuse or to remove such applicant affects their family life. There are case laws to this. Now, that case law is still potent. That's a case of Rasgar. It's still potent today.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, if you run through the jurisprudence of Article 8, of course, the starting point always is Rasgar, where you're considering whether the decision meets a legitimate aim, is it proper, and so on. And then until you get to the final question, which is always where the discretion comes in, whether that decision is proportionate in all the circumstances. And moving on from Rasgar, you have other cases now, or other cases that have been decided until a recent Supreme Court case. If I'm correct, it has Tanzania in its name. Cannot remember the first 2 letters of the appellant's name.
Before we finish on that, I've got a call coming through. Johnson, you're welcome to LawSimplified with Justice. Tell us where you're calling from, and please straight to the question. Hello, Johnson, are you there?
Yeah.
Please tell us where you're calling from, and please go straight to the question.
Yeah, I'm coming from Scotland.
Thank you. Go straight to the question, please.
Yeah, I'm coming from Scotland.
Thank you so much for calling. Can we take your question, please?
Yeah, I just want to clarification. Someone with hello?
We can hear you perfectly well. Go ahead.
Yeah, so someone with work permit with different rooms, if he is made redundant, what are the possible options for the person?
Right. Thank you so much. As you can see that we're discussing discretionary leave to remain in the United Kingdom, and it's very important for us to limit our advice on this topic so we can assist those who are within this area of law or area or topic, or we can assist as well. You've got our email address and our telephone number on the screen. So please call us after this program. We will do justice to that. We'll diagnose the case as well and advise you as to whether or not such circumstance applies to you. These are topics that we'll be discussing on this program, each and every segment. And we've taken on board that question. It may come on board here. We'll be discussing and analyzing it. Please call us after this program and we can do justice to that. Thank you for calling Mr. Justin from Scotland. Thank you. Mr. Willoughby, you were saying something before we got this call.
Indeed.
In terms of that. Please finish up with that.
Yeah, the fact that children now carry, the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom has said that the interest of children should be taken into consideration all the time. So it doesn't matter if the child was born in the United Kingdom or has come from overseas and lived there for a period of time. The court says their interests should be taken into consideration. Right,
we have another call coming through. Hi, Joy. You're tuned into LawSimplified with Justice. How can we help you? Go straight to the question.
Yeah, my question is that, I've got my agency state, and my husband is on student visa. I've got a child who is a British citizen. Actually, I want to put in for my husband, but I'm not working, I'm a student. So, my question is that we are already married, we are married in a registry. My question is that, is there any way, even though because I'm not working, because it's going to depend on me, how can I do that?
Right, so your main issue is that you are unemployed.
Pardon?
The main issue you have is that you are unemployed.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. We will attempt to do justice to that. Thank you for calling, Joy from London. Thank you so much. Now, that is another area here in terms of such application for a dependent and who want to depend as a discretionary application, but clearly the main applicant or the sponsor is unemployed. Clearly, there are rules here that provide that you must be able to support this person. and you have exclusive accommodation, but there's a child involved here. Now,
Absolutely.
that's another key area here. How does the Home Office, the Secretary of State, look at this in totality?
All right, so if we take all the parties that are involved in this case, so let's take the lady Joy who called. She's got indefinite leave to remain. Therefore, she's entitled to whatever benefits that she's getting, as long as she's not getting it because of the other party who has no recourse to public funds. Their child is a British citizen, absolutely entitled to whatever benefits he or she should get, child benefits and so on and so forth. Therefore, what the Home Office will be looking at is whether the family is getting more because of the person who has no recourse to public funds. So it's not a straightforward discretionary leave to remain application. It is an application which may very well succeed under the immigration rules. But if the balance is tipped, we don't know enough about Joy's case to decide whether it's tipped or not. But if the balance is tipped the other way, then it comes to
Law Simplified with Justice, the new informative, educative, and thought-provoking program is what you need to keep abreast with law and politics. This exciting and truly refreshing program is anchored by Justice Maduforo, a solicitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a soul-searching discussion here with my colleague. We've been dissecting sole responsibility under the immigration rule, those under 18 and those above 18 years of age as well.
Law Simplified with Justice understands that law is a powerful driver to human behavior. It is therefore poised to simplify the law and get you to take action.
Bring it to your doorstep and simplified the way that you will understand.
Contact Justice by calling 07931 727 597 or email lawsimplifiedwithjustice@yahoo.co.uk. Law Simplified with Justice, bringing the best to the audience.